Our first guest this morning, first ever guest on our first ever show in our first ever Sibos TV is Mr. Chris Church. He is the CEO of the Americas. It's a pleasure to have you with us and a great honor as well.
Kavita, it's my pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to welcome everybody to Sibos in Toronto.
People have been coming back here for the last 25 years. I'm sure you weren't around then because you've still got all your hair, so I'm sure you're still a very, very young guy. But 25 years, why do people keep coming back here to this conference?
It's a really interesting question. I think there's a very short, sharp answer to it. The short, sharp answer is this conference is for the industry, by the industry. And as you mentioned, as soon as people know the dates of the next Sibos, bang, go straight in their calendars. They keep coming back. So why do they keep coming back? For the industry, by the industry? I think it's the content on the first hand. There's lots of uncertainties out there, and we have the luminaries, the industry leaders debating the issues of the day at Sibos. I think people come for that. And let's not kid ourselves, people come here to do business too. We've got over 175 exhibitors this year, which is phenomenal. And there's business done at Sibos. There's networking done, there's business done, and people come back for that, and they get an ROI on their
investment.
Return. Exactly.
And also, as I mentioned, you are very much focused on the security side of the business. There's a wide securities debate going on at this conference over the last 4 days. Tell me what you expect to be the highlights of those.
Absolutely, we've packed the agenda with securities. More than half of Swift's business now is securities. It's a really important component to our business. Lots of really good delegates coming from the security space. I think the issues of the day in securities, if you cast your mind back, the year was going along quite nicely, and then of course August happened, and that got everybody thinking about uncertainty. And so I think one of the themes is what's 2012 going to look like? There's a lot of uncertainty out there, and I think it's also characterized, the discussions here at Sibos will be around regulation, the impact on people's business, and risk. We've seen a lot of that in the papers recently, so regulation and risk, I think that's really where the debate's going to be.
Are people still focused on the half glass empty? Because we've had, as you say, a very turbulent year, a couple of years, I would say, in the financial community. Or are they now starting to think a little bit more optimistically about 2012 and beyond?
I think if you'd asked me that question before August, I would have, yes, I think people were starting to see us climbing out. Then August happened, and then all the bets were off. And so I think we're a period of uncertainty now, and I think that growth is actually slowing down. But that's the discussion that's going to be had here at Sibos, and there's a lot better qualified people to answer that question than I am. And I think that's what a lot of the delegates will get out of this, that debate. What's 2012 going to look like from a risk perspective, from a regulation perspective?
It's been a pleasure to have you with us. It's been an honor to be my first guest for you to interview. So thanks very much. Chris Church there.
Thank you very much.
He is the CEO of Swift for the Americas.